Beneath the fiery glow of the Arizona sunset, a canyon stretches 277 miles across the desert. Carved not by man, but by time itself. This is the Grand Canyon, Earth's open diary. Its pages etched in rock, whispering secrets billions of years old. But how did this monumental scar form? And what stories do its layers tell about the planet we call home? Millions of years ago, the mighty Colorado River began slicing through rock. Not with rage, but with quiet persistence. Layer by layer, year by year, it sculpted what would become this epic trench. The Grand Canyon wasn't formed by a single event, but by the patient erosion of water, time, and gravity, acting together in harmony. Each layer of the Grand Canyon tells a different chapter of Earth's deep history. From ancient oceans to volcanic ash, from desert dunes to forest floors. Some rocks are over 1.8 billion years old. Witnesses to continental collisions, prehistoric life, and cataclysmic shifts. Geologists read these layers like sentences in a book, decoding secrets locked in limestone, shale, and schist. Beneath all visible layers lies the Vishnu Schist, the Grand Canyon's basement rock, formed nearly 2 billion years ago. This dark, contorted rock predates most life on Earth. It's not just old, it's primordial. A survivor of unimaginable pressure and heat from Earth's early days. Standing before it is like standing at the edge of time, facing the ancient pulse of our planet's heart. High on the canyon walls, fossils whisper of ancient life. Trilobites from vanished seas, coral from tropical shallows. These are not just imprints, they're echoes. Echoes of ecosystems long gone, captured in stone by nature's slow hand. Each fossil is a postcard from a forgotten world, sent across eons to anyone who dares to look closely. Long before the canyon existed, tectonic plates danced violently beneath Earth's crust, pushing, pulling, colliding, shaping entire continents. The Grand Canyon story began with those ancient collisions, which uplifted and folded the landscape into mountain ranges, creating the raw canvas that erosion would later carve. Without this chaos beneath our feet, there would be no grandeur above them. Why is the canyon so colorful? Because each hue tells a story. Reds from oxidized iron, greens from ancient algae, purples from volcanic ash. These aren't just rocks, they're chemical time capsules. Each shade marks an environment, a climate, a moment frozen in time. To the trained eye, the Grand Canyon isn't just beautiful, it's coded with Earth's elemental memory. In some canyon layers, entire eras vanish without a trace. A gap geologists call the Great Unconformity. It's a mystery. Hundreds of millions of years simply missing. Erased by erosion, never deposited, or perhaps hidden elsewhere. It's like ripping chapters from Earth's autobiography. And yet, this void tells its own story. Of silence, of upheaval, of change beyond imagination. Though it looks eternal, the Grand Canyon is still changing. Every rainfall deepens the crevices. Every landslide reshapes the walls. Every quake subtly shifts the stone. It's not a relic, it's alive. A slow, grinding story that continues today. As Earth writes its next chapter, one grain of sand at a time. For thousands of years, humans have stood at the rim, in awe of something far older than themselves. Native tribes, explorers, tourists, all drawn to the same abyss of time. But in the canyon's vast timeline, we're just a flicker, a whisper passing over stone that has waited eons to be heard. Long before it was a landmark, the canyon was a homeland. For the Hopi, Havasupai, and other indigenous peoples. This wasn't a marvel, it was sacred ground. They left behind stories in stone, woven into the cliffs through song, myth, and symbol. The canyon doesn't just echo with geological time. It resonates with the spirit of cultures still alive today. At dawn and dusk, the canyon transforms, its walls igniting with gold, crimson, and violet. This interplay of light and shadow reveals new textures each hour. A living canvas shaped by the sun's angle. Photographers chase these moments, but the magic can't be captured, only witnessed. In these fleeting hours, the Grand Canyon doesn't just look ancient, it feels alive. It's easy to forget, this rocky realm teems with life. From bighorn sheep on perilous ledges, to condors soaring above ancient cliffs, each species has adapted to survive here. Even the tiny canyon wren sings with a voice that echoes like a cathedral. The Grand Canyon isn't just geologic. It's ecological, full of resilience, balance, and beauty. But not all is serene. Flash floods surge without warning. Rocks fall in silence until the last, fatal moment. Extreme heat scorches unprepared travelers. And getting lost in its endless bends can be deadly. The Grand Canyon demands respect. Its beauty is breathtaking, but it's carved in stone by forces that remain as ruthless as they are grand. Even after centuries of study, the Grand Canyon holds secrets no one has unlocked. There are unexplored caves, unsolved age debates, and minerals whose origins spark academic feuds. It's a reminder. The more we learn, the more the canyon resists certainty. And maybe that's the point. Some stories are meant to be pursued, not finished. At the heart of it all flows the Colorado River, the relentless sculptor of stone. Though it now feeds millions across the West, its true legacy lies in what it carved, not what it nourishes. With every drop, it deepened the canyon. With every twist, it wrote a new line in the earth. Its path isn't just water, it's poetry written in rock. Locked inside the canyon's layers are whispers of past climates. Glacial ice, tropical warmth, and long droughts now fossilized in stone. Each mineral shift, each sediment line, records Earth's ever-changing breath. Studying these records, scientists learn how our planet has changed and what might lie ahead. The Grand Canyon is more than a monument. It's a climate archive carved by nature's memory. When night descends, the canyon doesn't disappear. It transforms. Stars pierce the darkness, casting the abyss in silver light. Coyotes call from below, and the wind carries stories older than words. Here, under a sky untouched by city glare, you feel Earth's silence, not empty but eternal. To sleep beside the canyon is to sleep beside time itself. In 1979, the Grand Canyon was named a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a global treasure beyond national pride. It's not just American, it's Earth's. A classroom, a cathedral, a living sculpture etched over eons. Each visitor adds another thread to its legacy. A shared human story stretching across cultures, generations, and time itself. This isn't just a canyon. It's a wound, a wonder, a witness to the Earth's soul. Carved by time, layer by layer, drop by drop. It teaches patience, humility, and awe. And as long as rivers flow and stones endure, it will keep whispering its story to those willing to listen. In 1869, John Wesley Powell led the first documented expedition through the canyon, braving rapids, mapping the unknown, armed with one arm and boundless courage. What he saw stunned him. A cathedral of stone, a monument to deep time. His journey opened the canyon to science and story, forever changing how we see the American West. By the early 20th century, railroads and lodges brought tourists to the canyon's edge. And with them, change. What was once remote became accessible. Helicopters now hover where eagles once ruled alone. This wonder is no longer just a natural relic. It's a destination shaped by those who visit it, for better or worse. With popularity came pressure. Mining, damming, development. All threatened the canyon's silence. But voices rose in defense. Activists, scientists, tribes. They fought not just for beauty, but for heritage. Today, the canyon stands protected. Not by chance, but by choice. A choice to preserve what time created and humans almost erased. Every year, students and young scientists hike these trails. Not for selfies, but for stories. They collect samples, study formations, ask questions no textbook can answer. The Grand Canyon isn't just an ancient monument. It's a living classroom, training the minds who will one day protect it. If the canyon could speak, what would it say? Would it warn us of our briefness, or welcome us as part of its story? Would it mourn what's lost, or marvel at how we listen now? Maybe it doesn't speak with words. Maybe its silence is enough. A silence so vast, it teaches us how to hear again. Look closely, and you'll see a second canyon, mirrored in the minds of those who visit. It lives beneath the surface, shaped not by water, but by memory, wonder, and longing. The Grand Canyon changes us. We leave pieces of ourselves behind, and take pieces of it with us, etched not in stone, but in soul. Our lives are measured in years. The canyon's in eons. We rush, it waits. We build, it erodes. In this vast scale, our dramas seem so small. But maybe that's the gift. The reminder that we're part of something far older, and far more patient than we can imagine. Here, the earth teaches us to slow down. There's a sound in the canyon you never forget. Not the wind, not the birds, but the quiet hum of stone enduring. It's the sound of time itself, shifting just slightly, almost imperceptibly, like the earth breathing. In that stillness, somehow, we feel more alive than ever before. When we leave the Grand Canyon, it doesn't leave us. We return to cities, to noise, but something inside stays quieter. We see time differently. We feel the earth's slow pulse, in the cracks of pavement, in the hush between breaths. And sometimes, we close our eyes and hear the river still carving. The Grand Canyon is just one chapter in Earth's grand story, a story still unfolding, still speaking, beneath our feet and within our skies. If you felt the wonder, if time moved differently as you watched, then keep exploring. Subscribe for more journeys through the wild, the ancient, the awe-inspiring truths of our planet. Because the Earth has more to say, and we're just getting started.